Well, I just got home from the supermarket, and I started. Well, here I'll show you. I started unpacking everything until I found this. Because today we're gonna make pulled beef burritos. Let's see, what else do we have? Do we need anything else? Oh, this is going to be good for some tacos. But yeah, whatever. Okay, do you remember this? Where is it? There. That half beef bouillon cube that I didn't use. I can't remember what I used that for. The failed stew, or maybe the chili that turned out pretty good. I don't remember. But anyway, I'm smashing this up, and I'm making some beef, just bouillon, just to cook the meat in somewhat. And the water's already on. So hang on a second, and I'll finish doing this. It doesn't have to be smashed up to a fine powder, but this water's simmering already, so there we go. All right, so let's stir this up. Get some beef flavor out of that. Once it starts to boil and it's all what's the word when powder turns into the liquid in the thing? Dissolves. When it's all dissolved, I'll turn that off. And in the meantime, we need to get the meat ready. Now, I got the most expensive meat they had, and it was already chopped up into large cubes. So what I need to do is cut off this connecting tissue. Well, that's a bone. Damn. But this is the most expensive beef they had. All the labels were in Georgian, and when I tried to translate them, they didn't translate to anything English people would understand. So, all right, so let's cut off the bones. Don't need the bones. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'll put them in there just for the sake of flavor. Yeah, in fact, I think I will. Oh, wow, there's a lot of bones. Okay. This isn't going to take long because I'm just going to stick the bones in there for flavor. You're not going to put them in the burritos, I swear to God. Although, coming from me, you're just going to have to take my word for it. Ha! Well, that's still connecting tissue. Yuck. So I didn't realize these were bones, but it doesn't matter. In fact, it may actually be better that way. So cut all these off. Throw some. Okay, this is the connecting tissue I thought. It looks like fat, but it's not. I don't remember what it's called. There's a word for it. But it's tough as hell. It is absolute rubbish. You can't eat it. I mean, no, maybe give it to your dog if you have a dog. I don't know. But certainly not food for humans. So get rid of that. What is this? That's some more of that shit. You ever notice how meat always looks like a lot less in the store than it does when you get it home? I don't need this much meat. That's ridiculous. Oh, here I don't want that. Cut that off. That's fine. It smells pretty good. It should be tender. Like I said, it's the most expensive cut they had. And here's this. Actually, if I make this all into pulled beef, it freezes just fine. So, I mean, this is all rubbish. All this is rubbish. So I guess it's not that much. Okay, so there's a slow cooker. I'm going to turn it on right now. It's already got the bones in there. And I'm going to stick the meat in there right now. We're going to let this cook for about 4 hours because we want it to be very, very tender so that we can pull it apart. We want to make them into pulled beef. Now, is that on 3? No, it's only on 2. Okay, there we go. Okay, this water, it's not just water, it's beef gravy-ish. Not really gravy. Fake beef stock. All right. A dash of Worcester sauce. I've decided it's called Worcester sauce. Okay. Some chili powder. I'd throw in some Tabasco for no other reason than I haven't used it in a while. Some Tabasco. Onion powder. Oh, there's one ingredient I forgot to get out, and you're not going to like it. But it's tried and true. I know it'll work. That's onion powder. There's the garlic powder. That's enough. Because we're going for a Mexican flavor, so I don't want to go nuts with the garlic. Some pepper, absolutely. Okay. By the way, what you saw was roughly 300 grams go into that pot. I asked for 100 grams, and the guy pulled out what turned out to be 150 grams, and he's like, "Is that good?" And I said, "Holy shit, is that all that is?" And yeah, I should have stuck with 150 grams. It would have been fine. Now, here's the ingredient you're not going to like. You got to go to the fridge to get it. And it is this. Now, why ketchup? Well, for one thing, I'm not using that much. But why ketchup? Because when I make fast food tacos with beef, the Worcester ketchup and chili powder, combined together to make a pretty decent Del Taco style. Well, fast food taco. Now, this isn't going to be ground beef. It's going to be shredded. But once it's shredded, we're going to put it back into the stew. And, hang on. Once it's shredded, we're going to put it back into the stew and let it cook for another couple of hours. And then once it's shredded, it should absorb all those flavors, and hopefully it'll be somewhat similar to my ground beef taco recipe. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, so now I got to put my other things away. Put the rest of my groceries away. Some in the fridge, some in the cupboards. Fold up my green bag. By the way, non-English speaking, well, not non-English speaking, non-native English speakers, a green bag does not refer to the color. Oh, yeah, God. This was on sale for 35 lari. Unbelievable. Anyway, this could be a green bag in any color. It just means that it's reusable. It's not the plastic shit. Anyway, so I'm going to put stuff away and then change my clothes. And I don't know. I'll be back when... What am I doing? I'll be back when we're ready to shred this beef. All right? So, okay. See you in a second. Okay, I know I said 4 hours, but it's been about about a little less than 3 hours. And I started after about 2.5 hours, maybe a little less than 2.5 hours. I came in to check on the meat, and I pulled a piece out and started pulling it apart. It was still pink, which is actually pretty good, and it pulled apart very easily. So I turned it off the cooker and waited for it to cool off a bit so I could pick them apart more quickly. And then I just got watching YouTube. So stupid. And now here I am. And let me show you where we're at. Okay, the pink meat that you see is that's the stuff that I pulled apart earlier. And what I'm going to do, I turned off the slow cooker. What I'm going to do, because I kind of want a little bit of crispiness in this meat. So what I'm going to do is finish picking this apart, and then I'll put it in a pan with some of the water from the slow cooker, and fry it up a bit. And then we're going to get into the dish. This is just prep. Excuse me. This is just prep work. So I'm almost done with this. Here, you don't have to watch this. I'll turn this off. Okay, the meat's been shredded. I don't need that much, but I have that much. But it'll keep. So now I've got some of the. I can't see it. Got some of the juice from the slow cooker in the pan. Gonna put the meat into the pan. Oh, I've got a tortilla wrapped up, sticking it in the oven. I've already turned the oven on. And I'm just gonna let that heat up for a little bit while I'm frying up the meat a little bit, just to, I don't know, darken it up a bit. All right. Well, there we are. So that's heating up a little bit. And we'll put some meat in here. And it didn't come out bland, but it came out a little blander than I wanted to. It's not very spicy. That's a shame. Now, I would often cook it with the salsa, and I might still do that. But at the moment, I'm thinking of just putting some hot sauce into there, some of that stuff, which I may have told you, my current old man palate finds it very spicy. But as you can see, it's not coming out very fast. So there that is. Now I'm going to stir that with a fork as it's heating up, browning a bit. And in the meantime, I have also, I forgot an ingredient. Okay, not going to show you this ingredient yet. It's it's not a secret ingredient. It's a bit of a surprise ingredient. One time, many years, well, Jesus, decades ago, I was babysitting some chick's kids while she was doing a shift at a Mexican restaurant, and in appreciation, in addition to paying me, she brought home a burrito that I'm trying to duplicate today, and it had a secret ingredient that she asked me to guess, and I couldn't guess it. But the thing is, I'm going to add a little more meat to that. The thing is, as soon as she told me what it was, I recognized it instantly. It was this. Mustard. The chef gave a light coating of mustard on the tortilla, And it was just amazing. It was delicious. So now I want to address something else. Now let me turn this heat off or turn it down. Okay. Okay. Here's the tortilla. I heat it in the oven. For those of you who don't watch regularly, it's to make them more pliable, and that's a large tortilla as well. So here we go. Put the meat. No, God damn it. I just told you about this, and I've already screwed up. Hang on. Major mistake. Okay, this is what has to go first. And this is the reason for this video. Because this is amazing. It makes all the difference in the world. You want the meat to touch the mustard. Now, I used to work at McDonald's as a kid, teenager, you know. And they had this rule. I don't know if McDonald's still does this, but I mean, somebody tell me in the comments if you know. But they used to say, put the mustard on the bun first, and then the ketchup. I think that's enough. And then the ketchup, because they don't want the beef to directly touch the mustard. That's a mistake, in my opinion. I think that's an amazing combination of flavors. And so that's why the mustard has to go on the tortilla first thing. And then the meat's still hot because it's been sitting on very, very low heat, but still on heat. Whoops. And then the cheese. No me disculpo por queso con este res porque es increíble. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to wrap this up. As you've seen me wrap up burritos with the large tortillas in the past. And I'm going to let that sit there for a few minutes while the cheese melts into the beef a little bit. Now, while I finish this cheese, I'm going to then put some salsa on the burrito. Now, seriously, if you don't want cheese, don't put cheese, whatever. Although I strongly recommend the mustard. At least give it a go. It's pretty incredible. As I believe I have said. Sorry. Now I'm cleaning while I go. Hang on a second. Okay, now I'm going to taste it without any sauce in it, just with the meat and the cheese, as you just saw me put it together. Oh man, yeah. Okay, yeah, the mustards. It's got to have the mustard, but I'm going to add some salsa to this. It tastes good. I just want more variety of flavors. So. And also a variety of heat. Not like spiciness heat, but like actual heat. Because I keep the salsa in the fridge, so it's actually refrigerated. It's cold. And the rest of the burrito is still, well, it's at least warm from having recently been cooked. So I think this will taste a little more delicious. And we'll see. Okay. Now it's got the salsa in it. Let's see how it goes. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. With the salsa, it's marginally better. You can still taste the mustard. Now, I would recommend using the brighter yellow colored mustard, what I call little kid mustard. It just has a better flavor. Um, the mustard I use, it's very mildly spicy, which is fine. I like it. It's okay. I like it. But um, the little kid mustard, I think, would make a better fit. The salsa is pretty good. I also think that adding an egg when you're putting the beef after it's been slow cooked and taken apart, add an egg while you're frying the meat up and mix it up really good. You'll get something kind of machaca like. Won't be machaca, but I think that might improve things also. So give that a go. But other than that, yeah, this is a success. I'm going to finish this burrito for my dinner, and it's dark out, so that's it's slow cookers for you. Anyway, so that's it for today. Short one, I think. I don't know. We'll put it in the editor, hopefully. And all right, like, subscribe, bell, whatever, and I'll be back next week with something else. Ta, or I should say, adios.